Yeah, shall I call you Shivna or Tanwar?
Sir Shivna. My first name is Shivna.
Shivna, okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
Shivna, please tell me briefly about yourself.
Yes, sir. So my name is Shivna Tanwar. I am from the state of Rajasthan. I finished my graduation in textile technology from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi in 2017. I have worked with State Bank of India as a probationary officer for 7 months in 2022, and currently I'm working with the Reserve Bank of India as a manager in the Department of Supervision.
Okay, may I know more about your hobbies, interests, passion?
Yes, sir. Some of my hobbies include singing and reading fiction. It could be drama or novels or short stories. And sometimes I also like to do yoga as it helps with exercise. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are at RBI. Is it grade B, RBI grade B?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, RBI grade B is really a very good job, right? Central government, and you get very good pay also.
Yes, sir.
So why do you want to leave it and come to civil services?
So I feel that civil services provide a expansive area to work in. RBI being a great job has given me the satisfaction that I was looking for to work in public service. And currently, I'm looking to pursue that public service delivery only. And I feel that civil services provide that direct system. I also wish to work in the field, and therefore I feel that I my exact requirements are on the field, and therefore civil services is what I want to join.
Okay, see, now Shivna,
So,
if you are in IAS or IPS,
yes.
definitely you get an opportunity to work in the field. But the remaining service like IRS or IIAS or IAAS, you'll be working mostly from the office. So if you get such kind of jobs, would you still leave RBA grade B job?
So that is a consideration for me right now. I am not sure if I will leave or not. I believe that when I get the result and when the services are allocated, if it's something apart from IAS, IFS, or IPS, I will weigh the pros and cons and see what job suits me better or what job I can contribute in my best form.
Okay. See, the government of India, finance ministry, said that one of the responsibilities of RBI is to, control the inflation. Few
Yes,
years
sir.
back. Based on that, they have kept certain laws. So may I know more about that law, that rule or
Yes,
restriction kept on RBI?
yes, sir. So one of the functions that RBI performs is to maintain the inflation within a range. The rate that RBI should have is 4% is the inflation rate that RBI should maintain. And the range is -2 +2. So from 2 to 6% RBI should maintain the inflation and 4% is the ideal amount that we should maintain. And yes, so that is all I can tell right now.
But Shivana, do you think RBI has any control on inflation? Because inflation mostly depends upon the policies, the fiscal policies of the policies of other ministries, whatever, not just the Reserve Bank of India's monetary policy, right? So is it right? Do you think it is reasonable to keep RBI as a authority to control inflation?
So the Monetary Policy Committee plays a direct role in controlling the flow of money in the market. So when there's more money in the market, inflation rises up, there's more liquidity. And so with the monetary policy that RBI uh, establishes every 2 months, it is able to control the flow or the liquidity in the market. And in the Monetary Policy Committee, we see that 3 members are from RBI and the other 3 members are from outside of RBI. So it is a cooperative effort between the government and the Reserve Bank of India, keeping monetary policy and the fiscal policy in mind.
So it should be coordination between the monetary policy and the fiscal policy, right?
Yes, sir.
See, now let's talk about credit rating agencies. Credit rating agencies. Can you name the top three CRAs globally? Globally.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall that at the moment.
Okay, have you heard of Fitch,
Yes, sir.
Moody,
Yes, sir.
S&P?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay, anyhow, now my point here is, as you're working in RBI, I want to know from you, who releases sovereign bonds? Is it the finance ministry or RBI? If government of India is going for a project and they want funds, they release some foreign bonds. They come from where?
So the sovereign bonds are released by the government, and RBI facilitates the buying and selling of the bonds.
Now, if you look at the sovereign bonds of India, the interest rate on sovereign bonds of India is comparatively higher than many other countries. Why should India give more interest than many other countries for sovereign bonds?
Sir, I believe that India is giving more interest on the sovereign bonds to make them more attractive and remunerative for the people who want to invest in, to attract more investors as well. Currently, in the global scenario, the credit rating agencies have rated India at a lower level, which makes it not as competitive in the global market. So, but our financials are very strong, and India can easily repay and provide the remunerations to the investors. And so, to attract these investors, this extra interest is given.
You said that credit rating agencies are rating India, at a lower level than what really India is, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the rating given to India by any of the agencies? You can choose any one agency. What is the rating given to India?
So, I'm not able to recall which agency exactly rated it, but I know that it's a triple B rating by one of the agencies. So, it considers as a subpar level compared to what India truly deserves.
Okay, what is the reason they mentioned? Why, according to them, why India is rated low?
Yes, sir. So one of the reasons that I can recall is historical precedents that they consider that India being a developing country should not be rated higher than that. Uh, Apart from that, sir, actually, I'm sorry, I'm not able to recall that at the moment.
General according to you, rating shall be given on which parameters? If you have to give ratings, on which parameters will you give ratings to countries?
So if I have to give ratings, sir?
Yeah.
So financial performance, for sure, and their history of repaying the credit that the government have borrowed, the amount of debt that the government has, and at the same time, internal and external debt that the government has. So also the GDP growth, I believe, is one of the very important factors to consider while rating agencies.
Yes. You are from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
You are from Rajasthan. Which place of Rajasthan?
Sorry, sir.
Which place of Rajasthan, Shivna?
Kota district, sir.
Oh, Kota. Kota is famous or infamous, I don't know, for the coaching institutes, right?
Yes, sir. So it could be both.
Okay, why you said both? Famous, I know, because there are many famous IIT coaching centers which are able to send several students to IITs. For that, it is famous. Why is infamous? Tell me.
So it is infamous. So while there is that component that there are very great institutes there with good education and good competition there, at the same time, so there's a negative environment due to that competition, which is driving students to extreme steps and has created a culture of extreme negative competition.
What do you mean by negative competition and negative environment? Those two words used just now. May I know the
Yes.
meaning? Sure, sorry for that. It's a kind of emergency, right? Yeah.
And
Now, please tell me about why use the words negative environment and negative competition. What do you mean by that?
so, the focus on JEE and NEET exams in the coaching institutes is very high. And a lot of times, students leave their support system, their environments of homes, and come to these hostels where only exams are given importance. There are regular tests that are held, and they foster competition, but it becomes a negative competition because only marks are where the students are focused on rather than understanding the concept. They are only focused on how to achieve higher marks and how to get that rank. So the final goal is always what is in the idea. And so second is negative environment in the sense that because they are not able to achieve whatever expectations they have of themselves, which might be very high considering that it is a 2 year rigorous training that they are going through without having any results and only that one day of exams will decide. So there's a lot of pressure on that one exam that is kept after 2 years of work. And so a lot is sacrificed by the students and their families. So this pressure creates a negative environment.
See, yes, you know what you said is true, but don't you think because of such kind of preparation, even if they could not get into IITs, they can go into NITs. There are many colleges. I mean, why is it that students should take the pressure when there are many colleges in India that accept JEE main score and JEE advanced score, right? Still, why the pressure is there?
So, sir, I agree that there are many good colleges and the pressure should not be taken. That is what I also believe that students should be taught about, that just going to IIT is not the end of everything. IIT also requires you to work very hard every day. And even after IIT, to get into a good job, it might not be as easy. There should be an understanding of what the student wants to do with their life, what the goal of job is for them. And that can be achieved through different avenues as well. And whether the student has an aptitude for engineering or medical is also something I believe that the coaching should test, because a lot of times the students are forced. So focus on just IIT or AIMS should not be the idea, but more about learning and becoming the human or the citizen that they want to be.
Now, see, you're from Kota.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is one district, one product for Kota?
So, as far as I remember, I checked on the website, it said coriander-based products, and I am yet to see what those products are. I have to research more.
But have you ever seen, because you stayed in Kota, or you are staying in Kota for a very long time, have you seen any coriander-based products in Kota?
So not to my knowledge, but I will research more as I did not go to the market myself, so I'll look into that.
Okay, see, if you come to agriculture,
Yes, sir.
from coriander and agriculture, agriculturally, what are the three major crops produced by Kota for the Kota climate, Kota environment? What are the three major crops?
So I'm aware of what the three major crops could be in Rajasthan. Kota, I believe, would be duplicating that only. So it's guar, and then there's also millets that are produced, and wheat also is produced in a high quantity in Kota.
Guar.
Yes, sir.
Do you
Guar.
know application of guar seeds?
Sorry, sir.
Do you know application of guar seeds?
Sir, guar gum is produced by guar seeds. I am aware of that. Yes, sir.
Guar gum is used for a specific purpose, international.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
know about it?
So I read about it, but I'm sorry, I'm not able to recall at the moment.
Okay. Have you heard of extraction of shale gas?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. That is
Okay.
where it's
You
used.
said that guar is also grown majorly in Kota. Are you sure about that, Shivna?
So, like I said, I know that it's in Rajasthan, and I took a guess that that same effort must be duplicated in Kota also.
Now let's come to industries. Tell me the major industries of Kota. What products are majorly manufactured in Kota?
Sir, first, that Kota is very famous for as well is Kota stone. It is used in houses and factories that people construct, construction material basically. So second is Kota Doria, which is a very popular textile that is produced in Kota. And so there are also other textile and chemical industries in Kota.
Is there a reason why chemical industries are there physically in Kota? What are the locational factors for the textile, for the chemical industries?
Yes, sir. Sir, the basically, I'm sorry, I'm not able to remember the full form of it, but DFC or the freight corridor from Mumbai to Delhi, Kota lies in that way. And also, Kota has a major railway station that connects it to many major different cities like Jaipur, Delhi, and other industrial zones. So, the locational factor is definitely a very big reason why it has the chemical industries.
So mostly the industrial corridor is what you think.
Sorry, sir?
Industrial corridor is what you think.
Yes, sir.
Why have you chosen textile? What is the textile technology in the graduation? Why are you interested in textile technology, Shivna?
So when I got my JEE result, my rank and my preferences for colleges that in IITs allowed me to opt for only textile technology. So it happened by chance, but while studying textile, it was a very interesting field with a lot of potential in it.
So at the time you thought that you want to continue working in textile industry, right?
So when I chose it, I thought that I would try for a department change, but I was not able to do that. But I learned and I did do a few internships in textile sector also.
Where? Which companies?
So one was Shriram Rayon, that is in Kota itself, and the other was ILNFS. So ILNFS clusters specifically, which focuses on cluster development of textile industries and also food industries.
Tell me how your knowledge in textile technology that you gained in 4 years helps you as a public servant, as a civil service officer.
So in the past few years, the government has been focusing very much on the textile sector with the PM Mitra scheme, the Technical Textiles Mission, and also focus on man-made fibers in the PLI scheme. Uh, so there's also, I feel that a lot of use for geotextiles is available in the waste management sector, which is being pushed by the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And I feel that local handicrafts and handlooms that have suffered due to the power loom dispersion in India can also benefit from the focus on them. And I feel that my knowledge in textile sector can help me in understanding these sector in these issues more, and also I could help in contributing to the development of these sectors.
As an IRS officer, do you really think you contribute to textile? As an IRS officer, IAS officer, anything, how do you think this knowledge of textiles will help you? Or how do you think your knowledge of engineering will help you?
So, coming from IIT, I have had to go through immense competition in JEE and even in IIT. So, I feel that I work very well under pressure in engineering colleges, and we have also developed analytical skills and problem solving skills. So, I feel that my engineering background could help me. Maybe not my textile background exactly so directly, but my engineering background could definitely help me.
Okay. So you told me about Kota Doria. What is it, Kota Doria?
Kota
What is
Doria.
it?
So it's a way of making saris. So it is a very popular handicraft from Kota only. So it is in a checkered pattern and it uses very light fabric. So it's called khat, like the pattern that is, because there are two and two like this. So four khat style that is there. Like if you see in a bed that is called a khat, there are four directions. So it's called that. So that is what Kota
Okay.
is.
But what is so unique about it? There are many textiles like that, same pattern throughout India. What is so unique about Kota Doria? The pattern you told me about, I
Yes, yes.
observed the pattern in many places.
So actually, all the fabric actually, if you see warp and weft are made in that way. But Kota Doria khat design comes out very specifically from the fabric. It That's why it's called that way. I will search what is more unique about it. Yes.
Okay, because I want to listen from a textile engineer about Kota Doria.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm just curious to know about Kota Doria.
I will research more, sir.
Okay. And then see the Indira Gandhi Canal project, Indira Canal project in Rajasthan has been a great success because it's able to supply water for irrigation to the western Rajasthan, right?
Yes, sir.
Other than Indira Gandhi Canal project, are there any recent projects taken up by state or central government in the western Rajasthan to provide very good irrigation? Because irrigation is a major problem even today.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. I'm not aware of any recent projects in the Western Rajasthan.
In
Uh,
eastern Rajasthan,
my apologies, sir. I'm not aware. So I am aware of the river rejuvenation of Dravyavati in Jaipur, which is in Western Rajasthan. But I will have to read how much is contributing to the irrigation sector.
okay. You are from IIT Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Is IIT Delhi University, Shivna?
Sorry, sir. I'm not aware.
What is a university?
So university is an organization which has multiple colleges inside it, is what in my understanding. But I'll have to research more about this.
Generally, you think university means multiple colleges inside, right?
Yes, sir.
So as per that, IIT Delhi is university or not, as per your logic?
As per that, it should be. Like we have Banaras Hindu University also, which has IIT in it.
Whereas university is under IIT.
So Banaras Hindu University has an IIT in it.
Yeah, in Banaras University, there is an IIT, of course.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. See, you worked in SBI, you worked in SBI also.
Yes,
Why
sir.
have you gone to from textile sector? Why have you gone to banking? The reason for the shift.
Yes, sir. So I wanted to work in the public service system only. That is why I was trying for civil services. While I was not able to clear the exam, I gave other government exams as well, which work specifically in the public service system. Banking was one such division, and I was lucky enough to clear SBI exam first, and eventually I was able to clear the RBI exam and ended up in banking that way.
Are enjoying the job in banking?
Yes, sir. Currently, I'm enjoying my job in Reserve Bank of India.
Okay. So you said that you sing, right? You said that you sing.
Sorry, sir.
You said that you know singing.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes.
wrote that you know singing. Okay. What songs do you sing, Shuna?
Uh, so mostly it's Western songs by bands from the 60s and 70s, and even the new individual artists. But I also enjoy singing the music that are by some other individual artists out of Bollywood in India. There are some good songs in Bollywood also, so it's mostly pop culture that the music exists.
So mostly Western songs that to 60s, 70s.
Yes, sir, the Queen and the Led Zeppelin or Beatles.
Why 60s, 70s Western songs? The technology has moved on. Latest songs have come in the Western society also. Why still singing the 60s songs, Shona?
The 60s saw a new boom of new kind of music with the coming of Beatle, I would say. There was this new concept of rock that came. And this music, I feel, was spoke more to me than the new Western music. Also, in the old songs, you can hear the instruments specifically compared to a lot of auto-tune music that is coming out now. So I believe that's why 60s and 70s music is something I am able to appreciate more.
Tell me about 60s and 70s Bollywood music.
Uh, So I'll have to go and read about it or listen to more actually. My parents did, but I could not hear much of
Do
it.
you know any famous singers of 60s and 70s Bollywood? There are some famous singers during the time. Do you know
So
anybody?
Kishore Kumar, I believe,
Kishore Kumar belongs 60s.
I think 80s. He was from 80s, yes, sir. Um, Currently, I'm not able to recall exactly 60s, 70s movement. I'll go and,
As we are talking about the Western music,
yes, sir.
these days in Western movies, background music, background score, specifically called as background score, has become more prominent.
Yes, sir.
There is Oscar award for background score also. Is there Oscar for background score? No.
Yes, sir, there is.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Zimmerman?
Yes, sir.
Zimmerman. Who is
Yes.
Zimmerman?
So Hans Zimmerman is one of the great background music score creators. He has done for Interstellar or Inception movies, and the music that he creates actually has a very special effect that makes you feel emotion. That is one of the reasons why I enjoy singing or music is that uh, there is it brings a lot of emotions in you. It makes you understand the situation better. It also can calm you down and Hans Zimmerman, I believe, has done a very good job in that.
Okay. Then you said reading fiction.
Yes, sir.
What is the recent book you have read on fiction? From fiction.
So read or reading?
Which one?
So am I read or I'm reading? Which one?
Okay, you are reading. Or
Yes.
no, you have read. You have read.
Okay. So recently I read a book very popular, actually, The White Tiger by Arvind Adiga, and I also read a drama called Hai Vadna by Girish Karnal.
Okay. Can you name any other books of Arvind Adiga?
No, sir, I'm not aware.
What is the climax? Last part of White Tiger?
So White Tiger, the Balram Halwai, the driver for Ashok, is able murders Ashok, takes the money and goes to Bangalore to make his own startup. So the climax, we learn that how he became what he became, how he was able to give money to the police officers there, create his own big service industry for the taxis in Bangalore. And I think that is the climax where we learn what his journey has been.
So, do you think in India people can get away with the crime? Can I draw that conclusion from the book?
So he might not have paid for his crimes, but his family certainly did. His whole family was murdered by the family of Ashok, and I believe that to some level we all face repercussions to our crimes. In India, I also think that sometimes it might be possible that you can get away with the crimes if you're not caught, but mostly the law enforcement agencies are strong enough to catch the crimes.
See, as you're talking about law enforcement agencies and the crimes, tell
Yes.
me two or three major police reforms that have been taken in the last decade. Police reforms.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware at the moment.
Okay, no problem. Tell me two or three police reforms that you think shall be taken.
Yes, sir. So I think regular awareness drives by the police should be conducted in each city regarding the rights of the citizens. A lot of times, even if somebody goes to put a complaint or make an FIR, they might not be able to get through to that process only. So if one knows what their rights are, that can be very helpful, especially for female citizens, where your rights also say that you cannot be without, there has to be a female officer or female constable there with you when the police is talking to you. So these kind of rights should be made compulsory, awareness drives, uh, like Delhi police does in its newspapers. I have seen.
No, see, Shivna,
Yes, sir.
doing awareness they can give awareness. Today also, if somebody wants, they can concession. Do you call it as police reform? Conducting awareness sessions can be done by anybody anytime. It's not a reform, right?
I believe that the police themselves should do it. It will also hold them accountable at the same time, and they themselves have to.
True,
Yeah.
true. You can ask them, they'll do it, or they may not do it. But that's not a reform, no? Do you understand the meaning of police reforms? What do you think is police reforms?
Okay, sir. Um, so second, I think that digitalization can be introduced. So the legacy cases that have been going on or the cases that have been completed should be digitalized, and also for public service, it's a public service delivery system only. So digitalization of it can help in citizen-centric governance. So I'm not able to think of more reforms. I will read more.
See, as talking about digitalization or
Yes.
digitalization, tell me about CCTNS.
Sorry, so I'm not able to recall at the moment.
Okay, actually, crime and criminal tracking network system is being followed by the police presently in India. Do you think so or no?
Sorry, so I'm not aware.
Okay, no problem. You mentioned of ASEAN, Campaign for Children's. What is this rendezvous? What is it rendezvous?
That's called Rendezvous. It's a cultural fest of IIT Delhi. So in that we have different sectors like marketing or hospitality. So social sector is also there. Through which we use the platform of the cultural fest where we have a footfall of more than 50,000 people coming. So we use that platform to bring awareness regarding some issue that might be going on. So I was part of the activity head. I was activity head for the social campaign, which was called Ashaएं. So it was for child rights, and we were able to generate awareness among the students and the youth of the community.
Oh, so you worked on with head of the ASEAN, which campaign for child rights.
So I was one of the activity heads. There's a coordinator.
Good.
Yes, sir.
So you basically create awareness among the people who come to the culture festival about child rights.
Yes, sir. We were able to even coordinate with CRY organization. They also came. Yes, sir.
Interesting, good actually. Tell me what is POXO?
Yes, sir. So POXO is prevention of child sexual offenses. So basically, any sexual offense that might be conducted for against a child which is below the age of 18, this act helps protect these victims.
So POXO applies for a person who is 17 years of age?
Yes, sir, it does.
Tell me the major amendments done to POXO in the last few years, or new clauses added to POXO.
Sorry, so I'm not able to recall.
Okay, no problem. Tell me the main or the fundamental idea of POCSO. Means when POCSO was brought into enforcement, tell me the main clauses or main points of POCSO, the main kinds of punishments, or how it was different from the previous criminal procedure code. Of course, it's a part of CRPC only, but POCSO, the main changes when POCSO was brought.
So POCSO defined the children that have to be protected under the child against sexual offences. For example, we have the Juvenile Justice Act also, but in that the act, while defining juvenile, also says that for heinous crimes from 16 to 18 years of age, there can be a consideration of as an adult. So POCSO specifically defined that under 18, it has to be a children. Again, whenever there's a sexual offense, that could be a sexual offense that is conducted digitally or by trafficking or by against child labor. So these children are specifically protected. This is a specific law to protect children against these.
What is the punishment, or what are the types of punishment or changes in the punishments from previous before POCSO, after POCSO? What are the difference in punishment?
So one of the punishments that I can recall is that it also helps in combating child marriage, because recently so anybody engaging in any activity with a child under the age of 18 would be punished under the POCSO Act. It might be children themselves also, but it has helped in combating child marriage also, because even men or women above the age of 18 can be prosecuted against in this.
Okay, then if a 17 years boy marries a 16 years girl, can the boy be prosecuted using POCSO?
So not the boy, but the boy's family or the boy's guardians will be prosecuted.
But not the boy. Are you sure about that?
So as far as I'm aware, sir.
See, protection, you're talking about POCSO, to protect the children from sexual abuse. If the sexual offense or abuse is done by a child only, how does POCSO address this kind of things? Tell me, as per POCSO, is it addressed or not addressed? A child doing sexual abuse or another child?
So I'm not aware if POCSO addresses this. I know that in Juvenile Justice Act that we have separately, a child from 16 to 18 years.
No, yeah. JJ is different. In POCSO, is it there?
I'm not aware, sir, if it's there in POCSO, sir.
Okay. Tell me any international organizations, your favorite organizations, working on the child rights, in which India is a member. India is contributing with. Tell me an international organization working on the child rights, specifically, in which India is a member and is really contributing well.
So one is UNICEF, that is UN body only. So that is fighting against the that is fighting for the child rights and child issues. And India is a member of it. In fact, UN Convention on Child Rights is one of the highest ratified convention among the countries globally.
Okay. Volunteer NSS. Oh, NSS. I feel that it's volunteer at NSS is just because you should be a part of either NCC or something. You are a part. That's all. So I think most of the students who do NSS, they're not really interested in social service. They'll do just because they have to do. This is my opinion. Do you agree with my opinion, Shivna? Honestly, with your experience in IIT Delhi, do you agree with my opinion?
So it might be that some students do it only for the sake of finishing the hours, but I believe that choosing one of these options is very, I would say, conscious choice is made while choosing that option. So when the student is making a conscious choice, they are deciding that they want to volunteer or play or be a part of NCC. And that volunteering, I feel, is not just for the sake of doing it, but because they have chosen to do it.
Okay. So Shuna, there is a section of society who thinks that India is developed. In the next 20 years, India shall become a developed country. For India to become a developed country, we require better scientists, better entrepreneurs, okay, who can build up teams and organizations. And people like you, who are from IITs, and IITs have spent a lot of money on you to make you a very good engineer. But keeping it aside, you're coming into public sector, maybe banking or maybe whatever. means you're completely leaving away your engineering, whatever textile technology you have done. Don't you think it's like a waste of money of the government to be invested on you? Don't you think so?
Sir, here I would like to talk about the vision of IIT Delhi itself. It talks about how to create citizens who would be a point of pride for the country, who would contribute to the national and global vision of scientific and intellectual knowledge, and at the same time use that to create a better society. So, in the vision, mission, and goals that IIT Delhi itself has, it's talked about us contributing, specifically also to contribute in India's national goals. And I believe,
Okay,
yes, sir.
I understand. Now, do you think India requires more entrepreneurs and scientists? Better entrepreneur scientists or bureaucrats? If you can compare, choose only one. Is it scientists, entrepreneurs, or bureaucrats? For India to really propel and become a developed country, if you have to, of course, both of them contribute, but which one do you choose?
Sir, absolutely. I feel that both of them are required. A bureaucrat can be a scientist at the same time. We had APJ Abdul Kalam, who was the president, and also at the same time the scientist. So,
No, but he is a first scientist, then he became president. Okay, so what I'm saying is, yeah, I know they are both are important, but if you have to choose one, who will you choose? Who are
so
more need for India? More need for India. You have to take a call.
I believe at this juncture, both of them are equally important. I'm sorry, I'm not able to make a choice.
Okay, okay. You got Kailash was to look at it. It was still good song. Good. Do you read science fiction also? Science fiction?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. So you do yoga often, right? You said you do yoga often. You said that.
No, sir, yoga is one of my hobbies. I practice it occasionally. It's not very often. That's why I did not write it in the app. But I do
Okay.
wish to practice it more.
Okay. Okay. See, these yoga teachers, so for example, doctors are certified. You know whether you're certified or not. Before you go to a doctor, you know whether certified or not. But yoga teachers, is the certification for them before you learn yoga from somebody? Is there a way of checking out whether they are certified or not in India as of now, Shivna?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware if that is the case.
Okay. Tell me, elections are around the corner.
Yes, sir.
So, election fund from the state, called state funding of elections, is one idea proposed. Electoral bonds is also a good idea, electoral bonds. Among these two, which one do you think is more beneficial if you have to choose one?
So currently, that the position that India is in, I believe that state funding of elections would be very limited even if it's done, and the funds are better utilized in other sectors that the budget does. So electoral bond, while it being a very good idea, might can do with a bit of tweaks that can make it a very good system for our election funding at the moment.
Okay. Now, recently, budget is announced, interim budget is announced, was announced, whatever. So, in that budget, tell me specifically regarding infrastructure, what are the announcements?
So capital expenditure has been increased to 11.11 lakh crores. So it has been an increase, and there's a focus on creation of infrastructure. In railways specifically, 40,000 normal bogies will be turned into Vande Bharat standards. And there's also a push towards the net zero by 2070 target by creating more infrastructure and charging infrastructure, and also increasing manufacturing of electric vehicles. There's also a focus on rooftop solarization of 1 crore households, and also an increase in the PM Awas Yojana for rural. At the same time, introduction for the housing for all initiative for the middle class as well.
Okay, okay. What is happening in Maldives right now in the last 2-3 days?
Um,
Any political turmoil in Maldives that you have observed?
And the Majlis, that is the parliament of the Maldives, the cabinet of the current newly elected president was not accepted, and there was some turmoil seen there. So there's a standstill at the moment between the oppositions.
Is the Muslims, is it majority?
So I'm not aware of that. Sorry.
Okay. Do you want to ask me something before we end the session?
No, sir. Thank you.